Shame to be an American where the fags can freely roam. They spread their filth around this land, every pervert calls it home.
For several days I'd been living among the members of the Westboro Baptist Church,
Proclaim God's word today.
a fire and brimstone Christian group made up almost entirely of a single family.
God hates the USA.
This small clip was just a little kind of appetizer to what this film is about. This is an analysis of the documentary The Most Hated Family in America. This documentary is made by Louis Sebastian Theroux. He is an English documentary filmmaker and broadcaster. He is best known for his documentaries Louis Theroux, Weird Weekends, and When Louis Met. He's 45 years old, he has 3 children. He has been nominated to 6 awards, and he won 3 of them. This documentary, called The Most Hated Family in America, is about a family in the US at the core of the Westboro Baptist Church. They believe that the US government is immoral due to the tolerance of homosexuality. They also protest at the funerals of US military killed in action. They often protest with signs like "God hates fags" and "Thank God for dead soldiers." They describe themselves as evil angels because they want to tell the people the message about condemned country to the people. And they want to tell that God punished the whole country because the government, which also means that the people who accept the homosexuality. Then I have to analyze 2 clips. One of them is given, and the other one have I chosen to show what this family actually believe. This clip I want to show now is a conversation between Louis Theroux and Shirley, a woman, mother to 11 children, and the daughter of the priest in Westboro Baptist Church. I will show a little part of the clip and then I will talk about it later. Here's the first part.
So, these are your signs. You've got God hates fags here.
And God hates you. Just don't think of fags as just those guys who are taking it up the tailpipe. Think of it as people who are involved in some perverted sex act, and I'm talking about anything other than one man, one woman in their marriage bed.
This was the first part of my first clip, and in the beginning of the clip we see the woman Shirley filmed from a low view. It's after we have seen the signs, so I think it's to show the connection between the signs and the woman. It's also to show her different opinion about facts and soldiers and those opinions she has. But the rest of the clip here, both Louis and Shirley are seen from a natural view. Here's the next part of the.
So beneath that, are there gradations of iniquity, as it were?
If you see a nation or a people who have risen up with one voice to say that it's okay to be gay, you're looking at a doomed people. Those people have crossed the line. When you say gay pride, you obviously have given over any trace or any notion that you're going to admit that you're sinning. You understand that, don't you? It's okay to be gay. It's an innocent alternate lifestyle.
That's what I believe.
Well,
they are using different shots. They are using a medium shot where we see often it's Louis Theroux we see, and then they use a medium close-up and a close-up mostly on the woman Shirley. They are also a kind of over-shoulder shot when we see Louis Theroux in the background. In the end of this little part of this clip are Louis saying that that's what he believes, and this is the only time in the whole documentary where he are telling what he thought about this. Otherwise, the rest of the documentary, he is very natural. It's one long clip. This one, there isn't any breaks or something. It's a long conversation, so there isn't either any voiceover music and so on. The light in the room is a bit dark because of the shades on the windows. But when we see Louis, it's a white background, and when we see Shirley, it's a brown or a little kind of red background. And now we have to see the rest of the clip.
Well, then you can't say, then you believe that it's not a sin.
Yes.
And so you condemn yourself, because by your words are you justified, and by your words are you condemned.
But am I right in thinking, though, that you know that Jesus actually wasn't a big thing for him? He had other priorities rather than homosexuality. And it's not one of the 10 Commandments, is it?
Yes.
Which one?
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
But that's not being gay. It's cheating on someone.
The streets of this nation are full of married men having fag sex. That's adultery. So don't try to pretend that you don't come under the umbrella of adultery just because you're a fag.
Louis is through the whole clip challenging Shirley a bit with his question. Shirley describes and explains the signs, the family's opinion to him, and every time she's done with an explanation, he's asking a new question to challenge her again. But every time he's asking about something, is the answering. It's very clear to understand what she means because of her sharpness in all her answers. Actually, it's a kind of battle. For example, when Louis are asking about the commandments, she's very fast to answer, and that also makes that her opinion is very strong. The next clip is where we are following a service in this Baptist church. I will again split up my clip, so it's small clips, and here's the first one.
A little later, I joined the rest of the church members in the family chapel for my first experience of one of Gramps' services.
In this clip's beginning, are we hearing a song? They film on the building, the people are inside, and then it switched to a sign so we can see where we are, namely the Westboro Baptist Church, which Louis also tells us with a voiceover when he enters the church.
Jesus, so kind and true.
After the day is through.
Is it true if I do something wrong, like Gramps could go loco?
He won't go loco. He'll just tell you not to do it.
Would it be embarrassing for him?
No, it'd be embarrassing for you because there's just no experience quite like it.
When we come inside the church, are we seeing some people singing, and when the camera is on Louis, we can see his indisposition. After the song, Louis have a conversation with Shirley and another woman. They talk about Gramps, Fred Phillips, the leader or the priest in the church, and where they are filming the person who talks with a natural view.
same-sex marriage, by any name, civil union or otherwise, is the ultimate smash-mouth, in-your-face insult to God Almighty. And you think he's going to let England and America and the rest of this evil world get by with it? God Almighty has not joined fags in holy wedlock. God no longer keeps America safe. America's doomed, getting the pants beat off of us in Iraq, Afghanistan.
When Grafs enter the room, there's very quiet. It gives the viewer an impression of all the respect they have for the leader. The camera follows Grafs until he sits down, and the camera moves to Lewis, on the people in the church, and back to Grafs. And it's a medium close-up on Grafs when he's talking. Sometimes we're seeing the people who are listening, or on the paper where Graf's speech stands. When we see Lewis in the clip, do we see a lot of frustration in his face? And in the end of this clip, Lewis have a conversation with Grafs, where they are using the same effects. Zoom on Lewis's face so we can see his reaction, and the colors here in this clip is pretty natural. They haven't made any manipulation.